online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2. Russell Brand.
That was the Who Pinball Wizard. He was ever so good at pinball, by all accounts. Listen to Russell Brand on Radio 2. I'm here with Matt Morgan, who's in charge of switches. You all right, Matt?
Yes, I'm a bit worried about you storming around with the demands.
I ain't stormed, I ain't demanded.
Oh, and your great big Frankenstein boots. Haven't taken my fashion tips.
I like my boots, and you may have noticed, if you've got any idea what's going on in the world of fashion, which I doubt, that Sienna Miller was photographed wearing a pair of army boots only the other day.
Really?
So me and Sienna Miller, the golden couple of British fashion, are wearing lovely, great big
Where
Obanel
was she
boots.
wearing these?
Unfortunately, she's been taken away into care now. She was on a building site. No, she's, I don't know, she's just romping round in them.
Why are you... Is
I'm
it a
not
fashion
emulating
thing? You
her.
told me that you just chanced upon them and now you were going to update fashion.
I'm
to follow
saying
you.
that update has already happened.
I think someone said to you, you're too big for your boots. And you thought, I'm bloody not. Look at my boots.
Look at the size of my... Well, if I am, I must be pretty huge, because my boots are like a car park. Look at them, bloody great things. I just met John Prescott.
I know, I saw it.
Good, wasn't it?
It was, actually.
He was there, old John Prescott. He swears a lot, doesn't he? He
does.
Oh, effing hell, all right, F this. You're the fella comes on after reality. I said, well, reality is officially still going, John. This is part of reality.
That's funny, yeah.
He seemed like
Because
a
I didn't get reality show, and then reality shows, then I saw the bit where you come on, and what's it all about?
I saw you wearing a hat and dark glasses. I thought, hey, hello, this must be the BBC. F this, F that. He looked
He was
like
nice, though.
he's nice. He's affable. He's one of the people, isn't he? But he looks like he's always on the brink of a fight, doesn't he? You
Yeah.
can see why he smacked that bloke who threw an egg at him. He might have
Yeah.
done that anyway. From the general vibe that he's on, he's probably always just looking for a fight.
No.
I think he's looking for a fight. He's just got
cheeky.
that. He's cheeky. He's lovable. He's got a lovely little crop of hair on his head. And he did have, like, his hair was just slightly too long. I wanted to go, hello, and scruffle it all
is a
up
bit, isn't it?
and give him a sixpence. Yeah, his hair
Like
was
a
just
little
like...
spider on top of a whip or an egg.
Yeah, it had a long-legged spider that just really let itself go. I go,
sat on an
I
egg."
can't be bothered. I'm just going to sit here on this egg for a while. Yeah, so John Prescott's been here, and that was a lovely experience to meet him. Now, Trevor Lock's not here no more, because Trevor Lock, it turns out, was using the show as a platform to launch his own career. Trevor's got a pilot for Six Music, so watch out for Trevor elsewhere in the BBC. I predict Trevor could become like an Oswald Mosley figure, sort of get us a black-shirted army of thugs behind him.
I could see him as the new Dale Winton.
No Dale Winton, do you think so?
Supermarket sweep, maybe, you know,
I wonder
lottery.
What will the Trevor Lock show be like? We can only speculate. I mean,
Whimsical.
it'll be whimsical, won't it? It'll probably read a bit of poetry on it and stuff like that. This is
Voicing dogs.
voicing dogs. Oh, hello, this is the Trevor Lock show.
Hello, Bessie.
Oh, hello, Trevor. This is my sidekick, Bessie. Oh, hi there. But that's, of course, it's only a pilot at this stage. You know, for all we know, it will not get commissioned. So let's not get carried away at this stage. You know, perhaps Trevor has been avaricious and overly ambitious in this instance. Trevor, we wish you all the best of luck with your future. Of course, we'll still be working with him in some capacity. Right, now we've got a lot of things to clear up from last week. One, Monkey World. Now, did we even mention monkeys last week?
I don't think so.
They come up a lot, though, don't they? Those
We've
little
talked about
guys.
Monkey World.
Yeah, I want to go there. Someone wrote in saying that only humans and only humans and dolphins have sex for fun, says this person. But apparently loads of animals do it, like bonobo chimps.
Well, monkeys masturbate in zoos, don't they?
I've cinematic, mate.
And the wild.
They are wild. Why
Bonkers.
they strum away at themselves like that, like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, we've got like wrap up that stuff about monkeys. There's stuff about lifeguards.
Let's not talk about dolphins having sex this week.
Don't bother with it.
It's been going on for months.
I know, it's really, but for some reason it's captured the imagination of the nation, Matt. I mean, you know, look at this, a great big load of emails.
Oh, God.
I just found this after listening to your podcast, says Steve, that Cindy, the dolphin that got married, died. I thought for a minute there, I just imagined that it said it died in a car crash. And I was thinking, how the hell did that happen?
On the way back from the church, it was so ironic.
What should have been the happiest day of that dolphin's life? Okay, this is another one. Being a recent convert to your podcast, a subject which has caught the ears recently is the discussion about dolphins. See, Matt, people are interested in this. A while ago, I was lucky enough to go on holiday to Kenya. It's funny that they've bothered to put, I was lucky enough to go on holiday. This is from Scott in Ipswich. Ipswich, powder and paid, Ipswich, powder and paid. Hello there, Scott in Ipswich, and your lucky holiday to Kenya. I found myself on a boat trip, and I swam with them mammals. During the general horror of the boat trip, cue Matt going, I went to Australia, I fell out of a boat in the sea.
Hugh Russell saying that. He likes to beat me over the head a bit.
He did go.
One time I did something out of love. Backfired.
Never do things out of love. I can say Steve Wright in my peripheral vision. Steve Wright in the afternoon, but he is everywhere. Oh, Steve Wright. Why not
See
listen to
Steve Wright in
Wright?
the morning.
Yeah.
What happens?
Then I just, like,
Do you
yeah.
think he's got no reflection in the morning?
No, yeah, that's it. He's like a vampire. I think he's in a vortex between the hours of 4 o'clock in the afternoon and 6, and perhaps I don't know what the afternoon.
Let's not
is
get
for.
bogged down.
Let's not get bogged down in the Greenwich Mean Time and meridians and things like that. Life's confusing enough. Look, but come on, we've got to learn about these dolphins. During the general horror of this boat trip, blah, 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 like Matt's one, we found a crossbreed lobster sea crab which has a claw the size of a man's forearm. That's stupid, isn't it? Because men's forearms are different size. Look at mine, slender, elegant. Look at Popeye's ridiculous great thing with an anchor on it.
Popeye.
Popeye.
Why can't you say words like tomorrow? How do you say it?
Tomorrow.
Why is that?
That's how I talks. That's my special way. So, yeah. So that's saying that's the size of a man's forearm. That's confusing. And apparently, dolphins. Oh, yeah. Look, this is confirming what we said, that dolphins and humans are the only animals that like having it off for fun. So in a way, isn't it natural that we would find each other? That Cindy the dolphin and that human woman would have it off.
It's not true. Loads of animals have sex for fun.
What, like?
Well, they do it. Why would they do it otherwise?
Oh, right.
They don't think,
otherwise
oh,
they'd be-
God, we're going to run out of squirrels at this rate.
I hate them grey squirrels. I ain't forgiven them yet for what they've done to the red squirrels, have you?
It is a bit...
They come over here and they
yeah.
got our red squirrels. Like, they was out Beatrix Potter, them squirrels.
Some red squirrels do survive.
Where are they?
There's little areas of woodland where they're protected.
Are they?
Yeah.
You did some interesting hand gestures there, Matt Luther King, as he standing up for the little squirrel. Yeah, I still feel angry. When I see grey squirrels, a little bit of me thinks, because I'll tell you why, because they're American squirrels.
Who do you think you are?
You come over here on ships from America. It's not like they're immigrants in the sense of they were dispossessed squirrels. They were capitalist squirrels from America coming over with their great big nuts coming up, attacking our little red squirrels. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's animal. So you think that animals must have sex for fun, otherwise there'll be no biological imperative for them to propagate their species?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? So all animals must.
And I think we've talked about animal sex for far too long.
Hold on, not yet.
And we've learnt nothing.
Dogs do really like it. Otherwise, why would they do it on your leg? That's
Yeah,
another
exactly.
point. Because they're not doing that thinking, right, now we're running out of trouser legs. If I don't do a snail trail up his shin. Oh,
Right,
no.
stop it. You've
Not on Jesus' birthday. So, hold on a minute. So, yeah, so we've debunked that myth. All animals have it off for sheer fun. Pervert nation. Maybe there is some truth in what other listeners have described about their exploits having spent time with randy dolphins. Can you investigate these claims? We need to warn people who pay good money to swim with dolphins only to be taken advantage of. I love the show. Join the general public on the excellent job you've done on the Brits. Oh, Scott from Ipswich, thank you. Ipswich, power and pain.
So if you're a frog, right, and you reproduce asexually by dropping some...
That one drops some spawn, then the frog comes on later, and...
I don't know why you're doing that mime.
Well, that's a frog holding its
Like
willy.
a frog standing on its hind legs, weeing on some eggs.
Okay, we've got to get it done.
No, they must have no source of fun in their life. What's good if you're a
If you're a
frog?
frog, what is the point?
Eating a fly with your long tongue?
Yeah, that's a highlight, I suppose, but I think that only really happens on Sesame Street and cartoons. I don't think
that's
they even
ever
do
happened
that.
in the wild.
Maybe they might like it when their neck goes all see-through.
When they blow it up like a
Yeah,
bubble.
they might like that. That might be quite nice.
That's been quite a kick.
Have you seen this, what I've done? But you wouldn't be able to speak while you did it anyway, because your mouth would be shut to hold all the air in. Yeah, I can't see that there's any pleasure in being a frog. And frog spawn, ugh. Horrible stuff, innit? And did you ever get some tadpoles when you was a kid?
I did pick one out of a pond and tread on it.
Why did you do that in the present tense of the verb to tread rather than the past tense of trod? Is it because you did that very recently?
I
And
got
if I
one
was to
out
look
of
at the
pond
sole of
and
your boot.
Did tread on it. I said
you?
did.
I did
It was
check
in the
on that.
past. I don't do it anymore.
Don't do that now.
I just sort of saw it as a bit of, that popping material.
Yeah.
Or that seaweed that looks a bit like tadpoles.
Yeah, it does,
all
and that has
stuck
the same
together.
sensation, doesn't
Yeah.
it? That seaweed, yeah, you pop it, it's fun. But I don't think you should do that to tadpoles.
No, never.
Never.
It's alive.
I once had a bucket and spade bucket out, and I filled it with frog spawn.
Bucket and spade bucket.
Yeah, like, you get a bucket and spade.
Yeah.
The little buckets
the
like
well-known
that.
double act.
Look at this guy. He's like cheeky contestant number 3 from Blind Date. It's Lovable Bucket. Okay, all right there.
That's your squirrel voice.
No, squirrel's much more posh.
Hollywood's disappearing. If this
Hollywood.
one voice you can do.
Hold on. Hello, my name's Mr. Spade. They are. Now, if that don't get me another 2 pictures out of them moguls, I don't know what in God's holy name shall.
What's going on about your Hollywood dreams?
My Hollywood dreams are
What are
going
you
well.
allowed to tell us?
The Hollywood dreams are going well now. I've got this part in this film, Matt, right? But I've got to play someone who's a bit more muscly than I am.
No, I heard a terrifying rumour, and I'm sure it's not true, that you went jogging.
Oh no, I did go jogging with a man. A man come and took me called Mike. We have to go jogging. You do 40-second burst of jogging, then 40-second bit of walking.
I
So
heard you held
tricks
hands.
and-
He held your hand, and you both cried.
We got through some pretty deep stuff, actually, Matt, about the way I relate to men.
Do you wear a disguise?
Well, no, but it looks like a disguise anyway, because I'm just not wearing anything that looks cool. So, I'm wearing...
You've got a hat on?
No, just got my hair tied back and I'm running about. Like, remember when we used to go kickboxing? Not cockboxing. That were an awful sport. I only lasted 1 lesson at that. I can't keep doing it.
I ached for days.
It was purple when I went in. It really stings now. Remember when we used to go kickboxing? You used to go to me. It's funny when we're in kickboxing because you're just some normal bloke, all
Yeah.
long and
Once you're out of breath, you
stupid.
can't be cool.
You can't be cool. You can't keep your composure. You can't think of an epigram when you're just wheezing and someone's punched you in the guts. Remember, though, I did express my individuality sometimes by wearing girlish hot pants.
Well, you wore a Rambo headscarf and hot pants.
That is a good way of
Why,
expressing
we were
the
making
self.
some odd exercises
What,
in
like?
kickboxing. Do you remember we had
E.g.?
to hop up the gym?
Yeah.
And also we had to say, what was that word you had to say?
Sensei and Huss.
Hoos.
You have to go Huss and bow to
Bow
him.
to him when you walk in.
I didn't like having to bow to him.
We didn't. We used to put our fingers crossed behind our backs.
I tell you what, I don't mean no Huss to you at all. F you when you're Hussing. Yeah, they put us under a lot of unnecessary strains, it turns out, 'cause I'm still rubbish at kickboxing.
It was the showers afterwards. Remember we had to go in the showers with that angry kickboxer man.
Yeah. What, John? Oh
Yeah.
no, don't
Don't
upset
say
him
his
because he
name.
kills us.
He'll come
He
round.
was nice. He gave me he's very good at teaching kickboxing and kickboxing. But yeah, he had a sort of
that
intensity about
like,
him.
just sort of intensely
He washed
stare
his
at you.
nuts in that intense way as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
Just
and we all
like-
had to stand in the shower, and we just nearly vomiting from doing exercise.
Yeah, and he
Standing
was
in
all
the shower.
stood there all naked.
How's it going, boys?
Yeah, I'm learning new moves. Yeah, huss, huss. I feel sick. Can I have a Twix? Can I have your links? Can I have a bar of your links, mister? Your links makes me smell like a girlfriend. So, yeah, let's listen to a record. We've got lots of things. We'll probably ring up Noel if he answers the phone, see what's going on. I want to know if his girlfriend's pregnant.
What? Why is that in the papers?
Saw something like that in the papers. Yeah, it'd be nice. Noel Gallagher will ring up later. We've got lots of problems for people to solve. Mike Ward, the TV critic from The Star, has written a lovely email because
redeemed himself.
He's redeemed himself after last week because he wrote an unfavourable review about my Sterling Brit performance and was inundated by the glorious fans of this radio show and the lovely people from our forum fan site. What are you saying,
I
Matt?
just saw a flicker of danger then.
Did you see a flicker of danger?
My glorious fans, and your eyes sort of just got to the horizon. You were lost.
I know, I said something to Marsha, lovely Marsha, my assistant. I goes, we've got to make this regime work better, right? She goes, I don't think you should use the word regime, Russell. I went, all right, Reich then. We've got to get this Reich in good working order.
We've got a politician now, haven't we?
Yeah,
Not just
we-
old Prezi Prescott.
Prescott is on the way out, but we have got young Joe Tidy, who last week was standing for election in his student board for, I don't know, Warwick University or something. He's won, so we've got a politician in our pocket now. Mike Ward has written a lovely email. We'll be talking about all those things, but first, let's listen to the Beach Boys. We're going to listen to the Beach Boys.
Yes, the Beach Boys.
This will make you feel upbeat.
Summary.
Summer's happening. The Beach Boys, break breakaway. If that don't make you feel all uplifted and spiritual, I don't know what will. What's wrong with you, Matthew?
It's not the best Beach Boys song, is it? You could have had better
That's
ones. Good vibrations.
Subjective. Yeah, that's quite good. But I like this one because I like that bit where it gets all jolly.
Which bit?
That bit makes me want to have a cuddle with myself.
Oh dear.
So, right, some of the things we wanted to round up were Joe Tidy, student. Why are you even looking at me
What
like
is
that?
that T-shirt? I've just noticed
It's a
it.
nice T-shirt.
I saw that when you were given it. No clothes are bought anymore, are they?
I buy clothes.
the bags? And I said at the time it looked like you'd been drinking bleach and spilt it all down your front. Some sort of I don't
Yeah,
know,
so
punky
what?
thing. But look at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's all out of shape and ragged
'cause
and
it's long.
moth-eaten.
It's a nice
Are those
T-shirt.
holes in it from fashion or
I didn't know there were holes. Do you think it looks too much like a schmock or something?
schmock?
I don't know.
Smock.
Smock. Schmuck. What are you, a schmuck?
You do look a bit of a schmuck.
Come on. I think it's a nice T-shirt.
No, I
Look,
think it goes really well with the glittery belt and the army boots.
it's not glittery, it's studded.
Is that how you'll dress all the soldiers in your regime? I don't think it'll be taken seriously.
Right, we're gonna do a coup. Put your boots on properly, Private, and put your privates on properly, Bootsy. It'll be the sexiest revolution in human history. Yeah, they will. Well done for reminding me. The Chinese still haven't got out of Tibet, Matt.
What?
They're still there.
They've had
We
a
will
week.
make one final. This is the last time we'll ask nicely. China, get out of Tibet.
Do you know anything about that situation? I'm
Yeah.
not proclaiming that I do.
Right.
What do you know about it?
Tibet is its own independent country, and they're all into Buddhism and that. China's communist, they're not allowed no religions there. China, for reasons what I don't know, have gone to Tibet and nicked it. Now, Tibet wants it back.
What are they using it for?
I think they use their, like, say you got a cupboard under the stairs, you just keep sort of some shoe boxes under there.
Christmas decorations.
Old Christmas decorations. They keep all their old Christmas decks in Tibet. Them tanks at Tiananmen Square, Mao
That
Zedong's.
man shopping who stopped the tank.
The shopping man, he
They
stood there
must have
going, well, I don't
confiscated
know
that.
why I bothered, because I've really made an effort, and I've just got to stay in Tibet. So, like, I don't know what they're up to. We'll find out. Someone send us an email, please. Explain what's
We
going on in
can't
Tibet.
tell countries to get out of other
We
countries.
can,
without
man. Get
knowing
out of Tibet! Get out of that Tibet! All we know, that Dalai Lama, mate, wouldn't be travelling the world saying, asking nicely, can China get out of Tibet, if there was no point to it, would he?
Oh, okay.
He's wise. He's been alive for ages, apparently, in different incarnations. If
So have I.
What a boastful claim! What, are you seriously saying that you are better than the Dalai
How do
Lama?
you think I can empathise with frogs so well? I spent many lives as a
You're a
frog.
frog in this life, the way you carry on, the way you fertilise things.
Get on with your papers.
Right, Joe Tidy, well done winning your election. We need to know more. We'll have Joe Tidy on the line later. He's on the line now. Joe, right, last week we started getting involved in politics, student politics, and we've made some lad president of his student union. He's on the line now. Joe Tidy, tell us what the hell's been going on.
Hi Russell, hi guys, you alright?
Yeah, we're very well, thanks, mate. Now, Joe, what happened after last week when we started to support your campaign to become the head of the student union or whatever it was you were up to?
It was actually multimedia editor, yeah, but it was really good. I had a really good week actually. I continued campaigning and I milked the fact that I was on your show as much as possible.
How did you milk it?
Facebook and stuff like that.
How did you milk it on Facebook?
Yeah, it's one of those, MySpace and all
Yeah, I know, I remember. Right, okay, so, like, you milked it onto your
Yeah,
Facebook.
I set up a thing saying I'm going to be on the Russell Brand show, listen out on Saturday, and lots of people from my student union and my university listened to it and they loved it, which is good. Got me
Really?
votes.
You think that got a lot of votes?
Thank you guys for helping me out there, really.
Well, you know, when we...
I'm not thanking Trevor.
No, don't thank Trevor. Trevor's gone off to pursue his own career. Me and Matt have stayed loyal to this, so as it turns out, you have sided with the right people. Now, listen, Joe Tidy, we've done you a favour now, so in the old Cosa Nostra way, we kind of own you. Now, we've got a few policies that we'd like to see brought to the fore. What is the student union that you're now Prime Minister of? Loughborough.
Prime Minister.
What do you think you'd like Prime Minister Tidy to do, Matt?
Well, first of all, there is the grey squirrel.
The grey squirrel must be driven from our shores. Round them up! Round them up, I say! What are your policies on grey squirrels, Joe? And don't say it's not an area that concerns you as head of media at Loughborough University, because it concerns us all.
It is an area that concerns me, but I don't know. What can we do about it?
Well,
we need to kill them all and then let the red squirrels.
yes.
No, let's not
Right.
kill them.
Well, I've got an idea. Now, when you're trying to start genocide, you have to dehumanise your enemy. Now, in this case, they're already dehumanised
How do you
because
know
they're
that?
squirrels.
Why are you saying that?
Because that's true. That's what you do. Say, like, you're about to do a genocide, you have to dehumanise your... Because otherwise people go, hold on, we can't kill them, they're humans like us. You know, people go, oh, no, the people of Swansea, they're not like normal people, they eat worms. That's just an
What have
example.
you got against Swansea?
Well, they eat
What are all
worms.
these leaflets in your bag about Swansea?
Leave those leaflets! My propaganda is my own private business. I'll defend it with my life. No, what it is you have to dehumanise your enemy to start a successful genocide. I mean, I'm not
They did that very
suggesting...
well with Saddam Hussein, did they?
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because you were talking about it, he was caught having all Mars bars and stuff, and it makes you feel sorry for him.
Yeah, that's right.
that
They
out,
should have
should they?
dehumanised him. They had a chance to dehumanise him. They just said, down that little hole, he just had porno mags and tampons. He was just sat there with loads of porn. Instead of which, he's got fun-sized Mars bars, makes you feel sorry for him. Comes out with that beard, made me want to give him a lovely cuddle. So, you know, they missed a trick there. Now, right, so why don't you're in charge of the Loughborough magazine, right? On the front page of your first issue, by way of thanks, we'd like you to have an article called Grey Squirrels Out. A purge on these filthy little grey beasts, yeah?
Okay, we can do that.
Good,
We
thanks.
can do that. Consider it done.
Thank you.
I don't know how far that'll actually get us, really, in the campaign.
It's gonna do well, I think, because people encourage people to attack grey squirrels. If they no, hold on, I'm a vegetarian. I like grey squirrels, and also I see that what I'm doing here is parodying the idea of racism, of course, which is something that I deplore. So maybe we should embrace the grey squirrel. But it'd just be nice if there was some more red squirrels. All right, have a red squirrel on the cover and a grey squirrel.
No, a
kissing.
picture. Yeah,
In
a
harmony.
picture of a red squirrel and a grey squirrel shaking hands.
Yeah, the red squirrel's got an erection, and the grey.
The grey squirrel hasn't seen the erection yet.
He's about to, and he's going to get a surprise of his life. Now, we want that on the front page. Matt, is there anything else that we need to do on our debut campaign? Right, always propagate, you must push people to listen to our show on Radio 2, 9 to
course.
11. Down.
Hang on, if he's your multimedia editor, that's not political.
The media's political.
Multimedia.
We can control everything.
It's where I've got the radio and the TV.
Radio, TV, website. He's got lots of power. Right, support all of our projects. We've got a new show coming out on Channel 4 at the end of the year. We've got, what else are we doing? Podcast. We've got to get that ice cream van. We really have. We're still the
We've
number
got
one
an offer of it,
podcast.
actually.
Someone's offered us
Why don't you give out ice creams at Loughborough, in our university? Loads of people here.
Loughborough, eh? Universities, is it? No, because the girls there will be teenagers, like about 18, are they? Are they-
Russell didn't go to
20,
university, as you
21.
can see. There'll be teenagers, will there? 15, I suppose, doing their doctorates.
doing their doctorates. Bobby Soxers, are they? Expect they'll be listening to the Monkeys records. Well, I'm not going there, let me tell you. No, all right, well, we might put that on our tour. We'll do an ice cream tour, and we'll broadcast from the back of the van. That won't be expensive. Let's look at our production team. They look really pleased about this. All right, we'll come to Loughborough University, but just remember to be spreading our message, Joe Tidy.
I will do.
You're our
Yeah.
first
Thank you very much for
politician.
your help.
Joe, it's, you know,
We want to ride into Loughborough University on donkeys with people throwing...
palm leaves, is
Yeah.
it? That Jesus had.
and roses.
Roses, yeah, they didn't have them in their days, but let's update it a bit. Ah, nice. Shouldn't really do that, burping, but I weren't well.
It wasn't really a burp, it was...
What was it, a splatter?
It was a sort of escaping gas from your body.
I think I'm on my way out. All right, Joe Tidy, so what are you going to do with your delicious power?
Well, I'm gonna try and restructure the media centre to make it more effective and to serve the students better. Last week on your show, I may have lapsed. I may have said something which I didn't really believe in. I said I'm going to spin hate stories. That's not true.
No?
Mikey, your guy Mikey told me that someone had sent in an email saying, I don't trust Joe Tidy, Rob Hastings, because of what I said. I just want to clear that up.
Yes, look at this.
What's happened to Rob Hastings?
He's dead. Listen to this. This is from Alice.
Oh, God.
She goes, look, I just listened to your last podcast and I think Joe Tidy sounds like a horrible person with his plans for hate campaigns. People at his university should not vote for him. He bribes people with sweets. A lot of people like sweets,
I
Alice.
do bribe people with sweets, but I'm not going to do that.
No hate campaigns. Look, we're trying to start a lovely new regime, a glorious new era of peace and love.
Regime has negative connotations.
What should we call it? Utopia. Glorious new utopia. With lots of restrictions and penalties for non-compliance.
You can't wear those boots, mate. They're not the boots of a peacemaker.
These are the boots of a peacemaking
Did you
man.
hear that?
That's the sound of peace being brought to you.
Flip-flops.
Yeah, all right, I'll wear flip-flops. All right then, Joe Tidy, thank you very much for your time. You are a good man. Well done becoming a politician.
Bye-bye.
There goes Joe Tidy, everyone. So Joe Tidy now, he's our politician. That's good, isn't it?
No, because
Why?
he's so small time, it's barely... You might as well have a squirrel on our side.
Well, that's not a bad idea. Why don't me and you, Matt, go out into Regent's Park after the show with some acorns, just get some of those little guys on the team.
Do you remember when we went
Okay.
to Regent's Park and I'd met that girl? And we were sitting where Withnail and I, where they sit in the film Withnail and I, and
Oh,
I just met
yeah.
that girl and I was too scared to phone her, and so you phoned her and pretended to be me.
Yeah, we was in a shop, right, at like a second-hand clothes shop in Camden, and Matt fancied this girl, and I goes like, and he got her number, then he was too scared to ring her because he's a pansy.
No, her number was on the side of the bag, which was on part of the shop. And
Oh,
I sort
yeah.
of flirted with her a bit, and you said, yeah, go on. And I said, I want to go, I should have said something to her, I want to go back. And you went, come on in, I'll go back if you want. I went, no, I won't. And then you said the number's on the bag.
Yeah, and I goes,
Yeah.
let's ring up. I goes, I'll ring her and pretend to be you. So I rang while we were sat there in the park, and it wasn't that Withnail and I place with our stupid Withnail and I relationship. And I rang up and goes, oh, hello, I'm that bloke from just now. Do you want to go out with me and that? And like, was all charming to her, chatted her right up. And then Matt went on the date with her.
Yeah.
And we went, you'd had it off with her before she knew that I was Gerard, what's that thing?
Gerard Depardieu.
Cyrano de Bergerac, innit? I was like, yeah, I was charmed her remotely.
That's about someone with a huge long nose.
Yeah.
So you're saying that I'm too ugly to do things?
No,
Oh, it's the
because
other way
he's
around.
the good
You're the
looking
big
one.
nose.
Don't be so childish.
Cheers for the help, big nose.
Boy, I'm about to have some sex.
No, I told her before. I don't know,
You
actually.
didn't. You had it off with her and then probably went,
No, I wouldn't
that
do
was
that.
someone else
Don't say
on the
I had it
phone.
off with people.
You did have it off with her, as I remember.
Special cuddle.
Yeah, it was very special and unconventional, if you know what I mean. Yeah? Yeah? Dirty
No,
little
what?
devil. That's not for that. That's not what that's
You
for.
can't say things like that, mate, especially when they're completely unfounded.
And true way. All right, that's enough of that. Right, afterwards we'll talk about Mike Ward, and we'll probably be helping people with our item, Cry for Help, where you can be helped. Not now, because we're sent live. But some people are going to get some right bloody help coming to them. What are we going to listen to, Matthew?
We can
It's your
listen
choice.
to Joe's Garage by Frank Zappa, and we could give this, you know, put this out for old Tidy Boy.
Yeah, this
Name's
is...
Joe, innit?
this this is for you, Tidy Boy! You dirty little politician! I suppose it's Joe's Garage, because it's American. You can't go Joe's Garage, can you?
Yeah, I know.
Joe's Garage!
Something called Joe's Garage.
That's Joe's Garage by Frank Zappa, I suppose. You listen to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2 last week. You may have remembered, you may remember in the present tense, I don't know what you've remembered in the past, let's not get bogged down with context. Mike Ward, the TV critic in The Star, wrote a scathing and hurtful review of me in his column about me
you?
doing the Brits.
Yeah. I'll review
Look
you.
at him, look at his legs and eyes, ridiculous.
He has his dinner too late.
Who would eat dinner at such a time? Prod him with a chopstick. He wrote it of the Brits, yeah. And, but like, I was hurt by it, and I mentioned it on this radio show, and people have...
In a new low for professionalism.
Yeah, we found a trough. We found a ledge beyond the edge, to quote Bill Hicks, a new low there. Yeah, so lots of people in support of me emailed Mike Ward saying that they'd been out of order, but sending loving, generous messages. Well, some of them was rude and sarcastic, but mostly they were loving messages to Mike Ward, saying you shouldn't say them horrible things about dear old
What,
Russell Brand.
threatening love? Scary
I think
love?
scary love. I think a lot of it is
Mike,
saying,
There's such a nice guy at number 15.
yeah, it would be awful if something bad happened to you, if you got cuddled a bit too tight at number 15, Alcons Grove. Wouldn't that be awful, Mike? No, I think he just got really loving emails. There's loads of them here from all our lovely supporters. Michelle Robinson, France. That's nice, isn't it? She sent a lovely one. Look at this. That's from Imogen, quite simply Imogen.
You're just saying names, Russell.
Lucy Spencer. That's
Melissa joined in, did she? I thought she was on holiday.
She was actually back, but she joined in from the holiday.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, I love your show. Oh, so sorry, Uncle Albert. Do you remember? Oh yeah, we played that song, I'm So Sorry, Uncle Albert, by Paul McCartney, because, well, Matt's obsessed with it and thinks that it only relates to Force and Horses, because it was played in that once. We soon put him straight on that matter. But yeah, Mike Ward was inundated with letters from adoring fans of this show and just generally of our belief system. He is now, Mike Ward has sent an email to me. Dear Russell.
Are you sure this is from him?
No, I am, yeah, because it says Mike at mikeward.tv, which is the address that he has in his paper. I've had a fair few emails following your latest show, with your listeners taking me to task extremely nicely in all but a couple of cases, I should stress, for what I wrote in the Daily Star about your Brits performance. If they were to get together and compare notes, they'd immediately notice that I'd sent each of them pretty much the same response, a copy of which I've included at the end of this email. I appreciate that sending a stock reply might seem a bit lazy, but I wanted to choose my words carefully. I'm wishing I'd chosen them a little more wisely when I wrote the offending review, to be honest, because having looked back at what I said in the paper, I now acknowledge that my choice of words was unnecessarily harsh and personal. Well, Mike, that is nice of you to have said that thing.
That's really big of him.
Mike, you're a good man. Mike Ward, we forgive you, and people that have been sending him them loving emails, well done, but don't send him no more loving emails, because...
send him stuff
saying well done, Mike,
well
you're
done.
a lovely bloke. Apparently he's going to put it in his column next Monday. Look, I'll be acknowledging your fans' responses in my next column, the one on Monday, the March 12th. So thank you very much. I don't like to use the word fans for the people that support us. I prefer the word loyal terror army. Because we are all one. We are all one. So I don't know what should we say? What should we call the people that support us, Matt?
Well, you've got army boots on. You speak of regimes. You tell us we're not trying to commit genocide. Pretty much, the watchword is dehumanisation.
Don't try a genocide. What's the mistake you've made? You've gone for your genocide. You've not dehumanised. You'll fall down every time.
Dehumanise.
I can't stress this enough.
No better than rats. Just bear that in mind.
Crikey, yeah, I see that looks bad now, Matthew. Okay, well, loyal and decent fellow brothers, comrades. Thank you, comrades, for sending them emails, because it's really made me feel better. Now, are there any other things we should be campaigning against, Matt?
Why do you keep putting me on the spot with these
Get
things?
out of Tibet, China!
Oh, that.
And get right out!
You know, squirrels.
Don't get nearly out of China, then go back and say, oh, we need a few things we've left there. Oh, there's a tennis racket. Get right out of China!
I'll let them, I think, do it by degrees.
By degrees, right. Get a bit out today.
Just go near the edges of it.
Stand, hover near the edge. What about in the
Put
China?
1 foot back in China.
Go on, it's not that bad in China. You're from there anyway. You'll like it. You'll have a cuddle when you get in.
They can make Tibet World in China, sort of recreate it as a sort of theme park.
Make a Tibet World theme park. Then you've got your own Tibet, and the people of Tibet can live there.
They'll all be jealous, and they'll be over there within days.
Oh, you'll see. They'll be sorry you ever left in no time at all. You can have a Dalai Lama ride where not that much happens, but you just realise that the ride was meaningless. Hey, that's
hello?
deep. Hello? Hey, yes. Stand up, philosopher.
Have you met a Dalai Lama or something?
No, but why can't I? Because I've met Prescott.
You met Prescott now?
I met him right nice, and there were no problems.
Prescott's, I thought, had much darker eye bags than he did then.
You thought he had had darker, would have had darker eye
I think he
bags?
has a makeup lady that makes his eye bags look darker, making him look he's working harder.
Squinting. I think, Matthew, what happened is you have looked at caricatures and drawings of him and taken that as the real him. And
what do you think I am?
I think you think cartoons are real. I think you'd like to get. I think you'd like to cuddle Tom and Jerry and go up to your telly and cuddle it. I bet you kissed the screen when Wonder Woman was on.
That's not me. Don't know who you're talking about.
I did. When Wonder Woman was on, I used to kiss the telly.
I didn't know why she had bangles that reflected bullets, deflected bullets.
Why? That's a good gift.
This is unrealistic.
Not if you can see things.
And she had a whip.
Yeah, that whip was stupid. They had to engineer situations in which to use the whip. The whip was not that good. Like Indiana Jones, he was always thinking, oh, I'll use my whip. It just get out.
Yeah.
Just stop nicking people's artifacts and treasures. Oh, the Elgin marbles, I'll have them. Indiana Jones was essentially pillaging people's cultures, wasn't he? In a good-looking, debonair way. Matt just holds his little hand sometimes and drifts off while I talk. Don't you agree with me, Indiana Jones?
Yes. Now,
Right.
is it time for tea?
I think I'd like to sit down now. It's Dukes of Hazzard
I'll be glad when you're back in Hollywood. Nothing but trouble.
Shall I go back to Hollywood now? Where's my Hollywood pencil case? I need new compass for Hollywood. I need Phuket for Hollywood.
So you're going to be away filming for ages?
2 months in Hawaii, you'll come.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, you come because we'll have to do these radio shows. Also,
In
we've got to
Hawaii?
prepare our new telly programme. Do them from Hawaii.
Grass skirts on a beach.
Coconut bras.
Hello?
Hello there. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Coconut bras.
No, I won't be allowed to go.
Of course you will. We'll work it out. Can't cost that much to go Hawaii. Hawaii. Hold on, we're going to help someone now in a little item we like to call Cry for Help. Hold on, but before that, let's, for a final time, thank you, Mike Ward. You're a decent and
Yep,
fine
good
man.
man.
Although I don't like it that he doesn't think I'm funny, because I objectively am funny. Like, I've won different awards for it. Time Out Comedian of the Year, that was before the hype started. And British Comedy Best Newcomer, that's
And there's a
after
joke
the hype
coming at the
started.
end of this sentence.
There's
where
going to be a joke any minute now. So, right, yeah, thank you, Mike Ward. That was damn decent of you, and thank you. That's it. Do you want to add anything, Matty Morgs?
No, I think it's really good. And
Yeah, it's
also,
nice.
it's a warning to other people.
That we have got a loyal army. The terror army could be turned at any point. Yeah, thank you very much for your support, lovely people from the fan site. So, okay, yeah, it is something important, right? We do this item, Cry for Help. Someone's got a problem, we help them. It's that simple. All they have to do is go, help, after they've described their problem to us. Here's a rough outline of this person's problem. The person is Zoe. And, well, shall we just get Zoe on the line and see what her
Get
problem
her
is?
up.
Zoe, are you there, dear?
I am here, Russell. How are you?
Oh, I feel ever so well. You know, I feel that the world's a good place now. Mike Ward done a decent thing, didn't he? I've met John Prescott. I've got a good feeling about the Chinese leaving Tibet any day now. You know, the birds are singing, the trees are in bloom. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Why are you calling us then, for some help of some kind?
Yes, I have a bit of a problem.
Come on, we can help you. Me and Matt are good at problems.
I hope so. I have an irrational fear of people that are dressed up in costumes.
Who, like, burglars?
No, no, like football mascots and people
Yeah.
dressed up in gorilla outfits and things like that.
Right, it's an irrational fear, is it? Why is it irrational? Because I suppose they're not going to do anything because they're clodding about, they can't really
Yeah,
see.
Exactly right, yeah. I don't actually know what I'm scared of.
Right, well, we can analyse it and we'll get to the bottom of it. Because thinking about it, you should be more, say, right, I like, when I go to West Ham, there's some mascots on the pitch. There's one bloke that's dressed up as a hammer, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough, West Ham, the Hammers. Then there's someone that's a teddy bear in a West Ham kit. That's a bit extra. Why do you need that? Because that teddy bear's got nothing to do with West Ham. Then, but perhaps it's for the kids or something. Then, there's a dog wearing a nurse's uniform. Like,
What?
it's wearing a blue skirt and a blue jacket and a blue hat. I don't know what it is. I can't work out. It looks like, say that...
A lady dog.
Yes, say that, right, yeah, this is the best way to explain it to you, Matt. Say Dogtanian happened in the modern days, yeah?
Yes.
And then Dogtanian fell off his bike, and he had to go to the hospital, and he's found out that his sister was a nurse at that hospital.
Well, you found that out when he went there.
Yeah, that's right. It's only a chance
He's
meeting.
obviously an idiot. No wonder he fell off his bike.
He don't even know who he's related to. How can he
Just
learn
going
the
for
Green
life.
Cross code?
Blinkered. He hasn't taken any interest in his family's careers.
Is that why you're always in the hospital? Well, I must say, I'm very proud, and my leg seems to be broken.
Oh, have you fallen off your bike? Oh, you work here. Brilliant. What's for tea tonight?
Where's Mum? She's dead, D'Artagnan. Okay. Who are these three other guys that are named after perfume? They're the Musker Hounds. We'll just get involved in some of their schemes. Yeah, well, anyway, she would look like that, all right? A nurse from a futuristic
I'm glad that's the
D'Artagnan.
best way to describe it. to
What
me.
other way is there?
What's
Name
wrong
one
with
other
me?
way.
What's wrong with me? The only way you can describe a dog. What is it? Dog dressed as a nurse. Why can't you just say it? I got it straight away.
Because you want to think of the type of style of draftsmanship, and it's
Right.
the D'Artagnan style of draftsmanship.
Yeah.
It's not Disney-esque.
Like a little black snooker ball nose.
Little black snooker ball nose, and also I don't like the way it lumbers about, and it's dressed as a nurse. You think if that was to administer any medical procedure, it'd be clumsy. You wouldn't want it giving you a shot of adrenaline or anything, because
No.
it would just plunge like a bike pump into your throat.
Do you ever ever actually watch the game?
Not really. I'm just worrying about that dog,
Just
Matt.
stare at that dog.
I've asked it out. I'm going out with that dog now.
Let's help this lady.
Come in, lady. You're scared. Well, I've let her know my views on them dogs.
Right, okay.
What so you don't know why you're scared, but let's try and work out why it could be.
Okay.
Why is it? Could it be because they're sort of big? Did you have teddies
what
when
it
you
is.
was? Hold on, well,
No,
do you?
actually, I'll tell you what. I think where it stems from is when I had my 6th birthday party at Wimpy.
Wimpy. Wimpy.
I
They
had
were-
one there, and
they-
yeah, that bloke comes out.
know
I ate him.
Mr. Wimpy.
Yeah, do you know him, Matt? Have you seen
Yeah, he's a
like,
beefeater with a
massive,
massive
yeah.
nose.
Also, didn't he crop up in Popeye?
No,
Yeah.
that was Wimpy who ate hamburgers.
Yeah, but that's
on.
where it got the name from. Wimpy.
doesn't even look like him.
hamburgers. Huh? Huh?
Isn't he a king?
Who's a king? No,
I
he's a
think he's been
beefeater.
made a king now.
Don't let D'Artagnan find out. He'll be furious. He was jealous enough when he had a hamburger stand. So, okay. So, you went to a party at
I
Wimpy.
had my 6th birthday party at Wimpy, and
Yeah.
Mr. Wimpy came out to give me a birthday present halfway through.
You said that as if he was a visiting dignitary. You said you met Nelson Mandela. And then Wimpy came out. We were all very proud. He gave me a Victoria Cross. Yeah.
Anyway, he knocked me over.
What? That's out of order.
Yeah, and I just went flying across the floor.
Did they give you any compensation?
No.
Not even a
I did get
burger?
my birthday present, though. But
What was it?
I think it was some kind of book.
What a rubbish
kind of book?
birthday! You got savaged by Mr. Wimpy.
Yeah.
And then you got a book which is boring until 13, and only then porn, isn't it? So like,
What?
well, book isn't a good birthday present, is it?
It's the greatest gift.
You want Star Wars figures. If like me, Christmas, if it wasn't Star Wars figure shaped box, I
If it was
weren't
clothes or a
interested.
book, it was
I thought,
boring.
oh,
But
like,
then you
yeah.
got to a certain age and a book
Because
might be
really,
quite good.
when they buy new clothes or books, they're buying presents for your parents, really, to just shut you up or clothe you. Isn't it? That's,
But unless it's like a Superman outfit.
all right, yeah, Batman outfit that year, that was good, fair enough. Yeah, I got up early that year, but I was ill. So, in a way, was it it was a poison chalice, is what I'm saying. Okay, so, well, obviously it's that then. If you were slugged to the floor on your 6th birthday by a drunk Mr. Wimpy who's forgot to zip up his costume.
You're on.
Okay, happy birthday, Mr. Wimpy. You haven't done your flies.
Trampled the children.
Mr. Wimpy, you've wet yourself. You stink of scotch. Oh, my wife's left me. Happy birthday.
Oh, I sleep in the costume.
This costume keeps me warm. I slept in my car. Yeah, well, that's obviously why, Zoe, because Mr. Wimpy felt you up when you was a tot. Not felt up, knocked you over. Go on.
Got back those terrible memories now.
Sounds horrible.
I know what's
Just
scary
how it
about him.
was.
Matt's got probably some theory about Freud's uncanny. Go on.
No, when you were a child and you approached one, they were huge, weren't they? Big.
Yeah.
And but what I didn't like was you spoke to it, and then its voice came out of a bit of cloth that was below its head, or like in a weird place, like one of its eyes had a big sort of bit of little gauze, and the voice was coming out of there. And so in that moment, you realised it's not Mickey Mouse or whoever; it's a teenager in a suit.
Plus, Mickey Mouse wouldn't act like that, would he? All lumbering. Mickey Mouse was nimble, and
Yeah,
agile.
exactly, yeah.
There's like these big lumpen cloth oafs.
It's like they're sort of smack addicts.
Don't say that. Disney will kill us. We meant all of them mascots, particularly the one at West Ham.
The way
who
they
won't
move,
sue.
yeah, all sort of.
Yeah, all
and their
slow
heads
and
don't-
lumbering.
That's the thing. Their eyes aren't working eyes, are they? Obviously, they're part of the costume, so
Dead
they don't look
stare.
at you with their eyes. They sort of their heads hovers down. It's your birthday. Are you the birthday girl? And they
Yeah.
can't- obviously, the Mickey Mouse. He's not going to do the right voice, is he?
Can't do that right voice. Hey, Pluto, happy birthday! I could have done it when I was an
You
at-work
did do it,
actor.
didn't you?
Yes,
Be honest.
For many,
And you were
many
drunk and
years.
you lived in a car.
I did. That's where we got the inspiration for that from. Yeah, okay. Well, it's obviously that then. But also, I suppose, it's a bit eerie, isn't it? Like the sort of immobile, cold eyes, disembodied voices. It's natural that you're scared of them. But why is that a problem, Zoe? Just don't spend any time with them. You're not going to have to, are you?
No, the problem is that my boyfriend is...
One of them. You're going out of Goofy from Euro Disney.
Yeah, my other boyfriend is taking me to Paris for my birthday next month.
Yeah.
And
Nice,
he-
romantic, lovely.
Yeah, very nice. And he wants to go to Euro Disney while we're there.
Why?
I don't know.
Tell him not to.
How old is he?
Are you going out of a 12-year-old? Are you trying to recapture your youth because of being knocked over in a wimpy bar?
I think so, yeah.
Who are you going out with? Doogie Howser? Listen.
He was a doctor.
yeah,
He
but
would not have gone to Euro Disney.
No, he wouldn't. He would have
He
said,
wouldn't have been able to get the time off.
look, we can have a quick trip to the Louvre, but then I've really got to go back.
didn't like that
I've got a
programme.
dialysis operation. I didn't trust him.
I was
although
just saying to kids, in your face, kids, this kid's a doctor. What have you achieved?
Don't take such a hostile attitude to Doogie. He was an inspiration.
Arrogant. He wasn't.
He was something to aspire to.
It made me think, well, there's no point in trying.
If I'm not a doctor now, I never will be. I'll tell you what, there was one episode where Doogie Howser, to integrate himself into his actual peer
use the full
group.
title, please?
Doogie Howser Doctor,
MD.
Doogie Howser MD, he wanted to integrate himself into his natural peer group of other teenagers his own age and that. So he had to go to a party, as I remember. It was sort of the vibe of Teen Wolf. He dressed himself up in black clothes, right? A black pair of jeans, black leather jacket and that. And I remember thinking, I like how Doogie Howser looks. I'm going to get them things. So I got some of those things down Gray's Market, then went Petticoat Lane with my mum. And like the only trains we could get that were sort of like the black ones were these Michael Jackson inspired LA gears that were for girls. And they had like Michael Jackson's little feet, you know, like when he goes, and that goes up onto his toes. That was the emblem of it. And they were girls' trainers with studs on them. And I went around wearing them for a bit, and it affected
And that
the way I
all
was
came from
viewed in the
Doogie
community. Yeah. Doogie Howser. So if you think you've got a grievance with him because you were sorrowful about not being a surgeon when you were 9, I started dressing like a rent boy. You know, so it caused me immeasurable
But you
problems.
took your
but
fashion
it earned me a
cues.
few quid.
You took your fashion cues from someone who was unfashionable, desperately trying to be fashionable.
No, but hold on. I think someone gave him a makeover, like some cool girl, like happens in
Musical
not cool-
montage.
There was a musical montage with, you know, he'd come out and goes this time, you know, he
Yeah.
spreads his arm this time, then he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, she shakes her head, then eventually they both nod, you know.
You're
yeah.
so world-weary and cynical.
I'm not well weary, I'm an upbeat sort of optimist. Alright, so you've got to go to Euro Disney with your fella, Zoe. That is a big problem because it's going to be full of those great big cloth ogres looming at you. So you've got to either tell him you're terrified of them or you've got to overcome your fear. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
I think overcome your fear. Now, why don't you, right, there's them people called plushies, isn't there, them perverts that dress up as a cuddly rabbit and then have it off with someone dressed as a
don't
cuddly
even have it
squirrel.
off.
They don't even have it off.
They just cuddle and
Where's the sex?
I don't know. I can. I'm sure some of them do, but a lot of them don't.
Why is Mikey holding up 2 fingers there? Mikey, have you slept with some of them? One of the
slept
people
with
on
2
our
of them.
team has slept with 2 plushies. Either that, or he's done something with them digits. Don't smell them fingers
think
now,
that means
Mikey, or
2
I'll lose
minutes.
trust in you. All right, 2 minutes left before we're all fired. Okay, well, listen, Zoe, I think what you need to do is we'll get some of them plushie costumes. Why don't you come here, sort out with Mikey, who helps at our show. I don't know what his job is, but he's always here. Right, tell him the details, right? You come up here, me and Matt will dress up as, like, I don't know, I'll dress up as a grey squirrel, Matt will be a red squirrel, both of us will have great big bushy dinkles, and then what we'll do is cuddle you senseless, dressed up as that. What do you think about that, then? It's quite an opportunity, Zoe.
She's looking in her diary and she
Very
really can't
thought
see a window.
scares me, Russ, to be honest. But,
Don't be
I'll give it a
afraid.
go.
I think the boyfriend should dress up as, you know, Yosemite Sam
No,
or one of
because
those
I don't want
guys.
him to know, Matt, that I have this issue. Because I've only been seeing him for a couple of months, and I don't want him to think I'm a bit of a loony.
Hide your true self from him,
I will.
else he will leave you. Don't ever let him know. On the day of Euro Disney, pretend to have a mental breakdown. All right, bye! Thank you very much for your call, Zoe. Okay. I expect you're wondering what's going on in the world, because me and Matt certainly are. What I reckon's probably happened, the news will go a little something like this. Bong! Chinese have gone to the edge of Tibet now, on their way out of Tibet. Bong! Chinese build Tibet world. Grey squirrels have all been exterminated. Time now for a bit of the old news. This is 88 to 91 FM, Radio 2 from the BBC. Andrea, say squirrel sex!
Online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2. Russell Brand.
Rock's Rocksteady, Aretha Franklin, Russell Brand, Radio 2, all these things are words, and in their own way, they're relevant to this situation. Just
Why are you
now,
out of breath?
because I've been put a dog's jumper on my head and danced about. That's why, Matt.
You should be fitter than that. If you've been doing your running and you'll keep fit,
Yeah, you're right.
you danced for about a minute in a dog's jumper.
It was quite good dancing, and the dog's jumper was on my head.
Was it restricting your breathing?
Yes,
Not
yes.
enough to warrant that?
That's why it happened, because the dog's jumper that I've been sent from Japan, it seems, from this special writing.
Nice, isn't it?
It's nice, the writing. It's nice, the dog's jumper.
So your eye holes are actually the dog's four-leg holes.
That's right. I pulled it over my head, Matt, at your behest, and the dog's leg holes would be my eye holes. But what I didn't like is when hair went across the eye hole.
Yeah.
Mr. Wimpy, who we were discussing earlier, didn't have eyes, did he?
Don't try and make this sound grown up.
I'm not trying to make anything sound...
Wimpy, who came up earlier in the programme, had no eyes.
For listeners joining us, we were talking about Mr. Wimpy, and Matt pointed out he had a nose like a boiled potato. Mr. G said you can't see Mr. Wimpy's eyes because they're below the ridge of his hat.
Yeah, he's meant to be, like, appeal to children. He can't even see his eyes.
How can, yeah, why not trust this faceless goon? This terrifying ghoul. Hello, would you like a hamburger?
The word goon is scary.
Goon. There was some goons.
Because it was from Popeye as well.
It's disgusting, Peyton.
Yeah, that was Popeye.
Papa.
That, dog's jumper's nice. It's, on your head you look like sort of,
A villain, you said.
well,
What like then?
sort of terrorist from some brightly coloured knitting community.
Terrorist from Rainbow Land.
Yeah.
That's all right. Why not be that? Also, I was in Merricky, and there was Ronald McDonald looks different there. They've made him more futuristic. He's frightening.
Yeah, I think that was George Bush.
Oh yeah, that's it. Also, he's got a lot more power now. He don't wear that wig, but he does start wars.
He's washed his makeup off and he's angry.
He's furious about it. I think he wants his lipstick back, and he thinks it's been hidden in Iraq under some seashells, and he's prepared to go to any lengths to get it back. China, get out of Tibet! Come on! Because I listened to the news then. I didn't actually, because it's pre-recorded. But I'm pretty sure that the Chinese have not yet left Tibet. Get out! That is the lot we will ask again at the end of the show, but we really mean it. Andrea Simmons last week on the radio said she's not scared of me, did she then, Matt?
She said that.
Right, well, Andrea Simmons, you better start doing some of our bloody buzzwords, or else we're going to come in that studio.
Buzzwords?
Buzzwords, yeah, you know, pop swatch, things like that we say. Do you remember, sometimes we think about, you know, sitting under the desk
Don't
of a
say
newsreader.
we when you're talking about
You
yourself.
think it as well, sitting under the desk of a newsreader, like, say, Jan Leeming or Moira Stewart, them ones that was newsreaders when we was kids. I used to think it, just think...
Jan Leeming.
Jan Leeming, Moira Stewart,
Lawley.
Sue Lawley, yeah, all them
Nicholas
lot.
Witchell.
Not Witchell, not Witchells. Oh, they'd be under the desk and they're just reading the news and they just
Yes,
carry on as
we know the
normal.
rest.
And we go to town on their pants.
A revolting man.
Why?
As if Jan Leeming, the noble Jan, would want you under her desk like
Hello, this is Moira Stewart. Today there's been... I'm not so sure I care.
Ah! I think there's a beaver under here.
Well, there certainly is.
Oh, God.
So, okay, hold on, we've got something important to say. Oh yeah, Ronald McDonald looks all weird in America. Right, that's
Well,
that.
no, come on.
Well, he
You said
just
it-
all
you said it's a
feminised.
woman.
I had to, part of my thing, I had to stop off in a McDonald's. I didn't like it there, and I was against it.
Part of my thing.
I was on my way to this casting for this movie, and
I reckon that was the casting.
I'll be playing a clown.
fries with that?
Do you?
fries
Can I? Could I supersize ya? Could I? Could I make my day spunk? I mean punk. Oh, just have your chips. Go on, F off.
Fries. You've got to call them fries.
Well, I don't have to. Apparently they can accept me for what I am.
so did you get the job?
I got 1 gold star already after my first week. So, yeah, hold on. And we're supposed to be helping others? We are.
Yes, we are, but you started this blind alley about Ronald McDonald looking feminine.
It led to something good about George Bush, thankfully.
Yeah, that I said.
Oh, great, yeah. Let's break down who does what, shall we? Let's sit here and pour over the spoils like a couple of gurning pirates. Now, come on, we're supposed to be helping someone. I can't remember who the edit
It's your
is.
mate.
No, not him.
Oh,
We're
right.
playing this Dean Owens new album, Whiskey Hearts, that's out in May. We'll be playing a track off that in a minute, but I'll hype it up properly. But firstly, there's someone on the phone. Mike, is there someone on the phone for us? Right, if you're on the phone, say hello, because I've forgotten who you are. Anthony's on the line. Anthony, hello, mate.
Hello, Russell.
How's it going?
It's going very well. How's it going with you?
Me and Matt are in fine. Well, I don't know, I'm quite upbeat. Matt's just like some greedy little schoolgirl squirreling toffees up his petticoat. That's what he's like most days.
It makes sense.
Doesn't even make sense. Go on, mate. Shall we help you, Anthony? Tell us a bit about you before we start. Let's not have this too formal. What makes you tick?
What makes me tick?
What's the man behind the mask?
The man behind the myth.
The myth, the legend.
I'm a simple man with simple wants and needs, Russell.
What are they? Let's sort you out.
Well, what, my plea for help or generally?
Well, let's aim it towards the plea for help, and if any avenues crop up, we'll explore them and all.
Okay, I play Sunday football with
Nice.
for quite some time.
Keeps you fit, helps you bond and have camaraderie with your chums.
That's exactly it, but the camaraderie's taken a turn for the worse this season.
No.
It used to be that I'd just turn up on a Sunday, we'd have the usual pre-game McDonald's meal, and then...
Other meals are available. You shouldn't eat that before doing sport.
I don't know, on a Sunday...
Especially not with this new feminised Ronald McDonald.
Here, have a burger.
Here, have a bit. Here, do you want to butter my burger? I've got crotchless knickers on.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. So you'd
Come on. I can say anything I like as long as I say, come on.
Come on, I'm all right. So you'd have a little nosh on a burger, then you and your mates would indulge in a bit of camaraderie. Come on, tell us
then
about
we'd play football, yeah, and then you'd have the communal shower after, in obviously a non-homoerotic way.
What's wrong with homoeroticism? We like it. We're not going to attack... we like gays on this show. We're bang into it. In fact, we were trying to find where the L. Peter Tatchell was only last week. In fact, we've got an email on that from Carl Mills. Dear sirs, on recent shows, you raised the question of Mr. Peter Tatchell's whereabouts. A few weeks ago, I was in Edinburgh with a wife. We were standing at a pedestrian crossing in Princes Street when I became aware of a presence to my left. A presence? Woo, what's it going to be? I glanced round and noted that I was in fact standing next to the aforementioned Mr. Tatchell. He happened to be wearing a very fetching pair of red jeans. He was with a studenty fellow, but was not carrying a Tatchell satchel.
That must be his son.
Matthew, he's allowed to have it off. Right, so, and anyway, we know that Tatchell satchels is a term Matt invented to describe a bag I had a little while ago. It was like a little leather satchel bag thing. Matt said it was my Tatchell satchel. Peter Tatchell, keep up your gay campaigning and that. Well, not that his campaigning's gay, it's for gayness.
That's very effective.
So, come on then. Right, so yeah.
Come on, let's get this man's problem.
Come on, Anthony, what seems to be the troubles? Don't get sidetracked by Peter Tatchell. You're obsessed with gay rights.
Why are you reading out emails?
What's wrong with you, Anthony?
I'll try not to think about Tatchell too much.
Go on.
So yeah, we play football, we have a shower, it's all good fun.
Right.
Recently, someone introduced the game of the moment someone's got shampoo in their hair or their eyes, let's wee on our
Shouldn't put it in your
teammates.
Firstly, don't put shampoo in your eyes. Put it on your hair, unless you've got really hairy eyes, in which case you are from another plane of reality, and I'm afraid of you. Now, hold on. So, once the shampoo is in your hairy eyes, what happens then?
Your teammates, and I use the term loosely, start to wee upon your leg whilst you can't see them doing it.
How many legs have you got?
Just the two.
You just stood there on your little pin, getting all doused in hot whittle. That's interesting that they would do that. But I mean, I suppose if you're going to get weed on, the ideal locale is a shower, because it's getting rinsed away, if you're going to get weed on.
I agree, but it's kind of developed now. You know, that's all right.
It's developed. It's evolved. A culture's
Number
grown
twos.
out.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Pushing the boundaries of water sports. So they don't just wee on your leg now. They actually wee in a shower gel bottle.
Yeah.
And hand it round beforehand. Obviously, this only happened once. We're not that stupid.
Why are you condemning yourself? We ain't done it. Me and Matt
Not stupid. So listen, you two phoning me up from a radio show.
Me and Matt just have normal showers on our own with Radox.
Don't
advertise
fall
that.
for the
Other
same
showers are
Patty
available.
Jazz.
Go on.
the same trick every week. But yeah,
Why?
it's taken to the extent of weeing in shower gel and then giving that to people and saying, you can use my shower gel, and then people are pouring wee all over themselves.
Sounds like some sexy, lovely...
Why don't you just stop playing football
loving.
and go straight to the shower?
Go straight to the showers, dispense with the football. Tell you what, pop
It's
a
a
couple of
charade.
Viagra and get yourself in that shower, go mental.
I bet they're all just kicking that ball really half-assed, thinking, I have to get in that shower.
Oh, save me energy for the shower.
Weed in an egg cup. I'm going to sling it.
Oh no, the opposition's got the ball. Should we go to the shower, guys? We ain't even kicked off yet.
Oh, I feel rain. Let's go shower.
Put your shorts back on, Anthony. I need to do a toilet.
I'm going to have a go. Oh, I missed. Let's go have a shower.
Anthony, you saucy devil. Well, I don't see what's so wrong with you and your mates weeing all over each other's legs in the shower. Sounds like good, clean, honest British fun. Isn't it?
But the problem is, my only defence at the moment is joining in.
You're joining in with it.
I don't want to be a target, do I? You've got
this is how these cultures develop. You're
Exactly.
joining in.
So my plea for help is, how do I stop it?
How do you stop? You don't want to be involved in this urine madness anymore.
No.
Right, okay.
He hasn't said help, and neither did the last lady.
Right, that last lady, we take back
Not
that
that this
help we
man's a
offered you. You, sir, would you please go helping in that voice, in a voice?
Help.
You sexy little devil. I can't believe you want to stop being weed on in showers after you've done that hail. I bet
what
you
he
do
says,
that when they're
mate,
weed on you. Oh, help.
Getting
I'm
flicked
getting
with a towel.
wet. Oh, chase me. Oh,
Help.
Maybe I just need a better explanation for accepting being weed on then if I don't
just
want
get
to
into it.
stop.
Listen, if you think about it, mate, the universe is infinite and time is eternal. Some people weeing on you in a shower is irrelevant. I suggest you get down on your... No.
I reckon if you didn't like it, you could just go, oh, I'm not coming to football this week, because you know that bit afterwards
Where everyone wheezes on me.
I don't like
I'm not
it.
into it. What if you've got, like, a cut on your leg? What happens then?
Oh, yeah, there's no... they won't
Then you get a disease.
cut. Yeah.
What, they don't have an amnesty? They don't have a cut amnesty?
Open sores, cuts.
Why have you got open sores on your legs? Is this a team for heroin addicts?
Lepers.
We play man's football, Russell.
Man's football, right?
We have all kinds of injuries.
Well, I didn't know that man's football included weeing all over each other in the showers. That's a bonkers game you're playing. Right, if you want to stop it, yeah, you could do as Matt suggested. Simply say, would you mind not weeing on me in the shower? But I know it's difficult not to, you want to fit in and everything. So
Yeah.
I've got an idea. Before your next football match, eat loads of, either Sugar Puffs or supermarket owned brand Sugar Puffs and asparagus and Barocca or supermarket owned brand Barocca and make your urine into a thick yellow so that when they wee on you, you can turn on them with a sort of orange sabre of micturation. Slicing.
your presence.
There was a movement in the force.
Can I just say, if you're in the shower and the water's warm
Yeah.
and someone wheezes on your leg and you've got shampoo in your eyes, how do you
How
know
do you
it's
know?
happening?
Because you could taste it, you dirty devil, Anthony.
There's a smell of ammonia as well.
Why? What is it, a horse wheezing
It's a
on you?
pneumonia mania. You're bonkers, you lot. Yeah, I think you could either do my suggestion or Matt's one. Write back to us and tell us what you've done, Anthony. But, you know, it sounds to me like it's a lovely way of bonding, and perhaps, you know, I wish that there'd been more weeing in the showers at my school and a bit less games masters peering round, looming, thumbing their tracksuit bombs. Right, Matt?
Yep, we all had that.
We all like that. Okay, so thank you very much, Anthony there. Good big
bless.
kiss. Try out those methods. Thank you for that lovely call. There we go.
Odd cultures developed in that shack that they get showered.
Pretty damn bizarre. They should mention it to the opposition as well and say, do you lot do this after games? Because we do.
Do you remember that feeling of walking into a pavilion with studs on and all the dirt falling off your shoes?
I hated it.
Oh, I liked that bit.
Well, because it was
'Cause
over.
it felt a bit like ice skating.
You little Nancy. Oh, this bit's like ice skating and we're not cold anymore. Can I have a cuddle? I'm free.
Where's them oranges? I like that.
Here, I'll cut 'em up.
Why oranges? We've probably talked about this.
Fitmins. Now, poor old
Bit
John
late, isn't it?
Inman's dead. That's a shame. I liked
Yeah.
him. Never mind.
He was old, though, wasn't he?
Was he?
70.
That's old. Well, I liked him. He was nice, wasn't he? Why you say? I think you're not normal. You go. It's all right though, because he's old. It's not that old. He's old. I liked it. I miss him now, John Inman. Poor old John Inman. But then you know he was always going to die. He was good though. He was the best thing about how he'd been served, wasn't he? Was he?
Yeah. I didn't really watch much of that, although it was disturbing to fancy Pauline Fowler.
Yeah, it's always it was a shame that, wasn't it? But then that's the march of the relentless march of time. Miss Brahms was well sexy.
Yeah. I often wonder if they got Pauline Fowler and just did her up in that costume, put makeup on her, because she's dowdy,
You
isn't she?
often wonder.
I once thought. Oh, it wasn't me, actually. It was you.
If you could still dress her up as
I
that.
think she'd still be. She got. You know, she
Can't
got
turn
attractive.
back the clock, mate. You just got to let it go.
Yeah.
What about Molly Sugden? She used to just go, "Oh, my pussy," all the time. And sometimes it didn't make sense.
I know.
Sometimes it just was stuff like, you know, my pussy, like, you know, it's things that just it wouldn't work for a cat. really.
Yeah.
It wasn't euphemistic, it was just plain
Just
rude.
rude.
Just rude, Molly.
I was more of a Dad's Army man.
I was a Dad's Army man as well, but when that weren't on, Are You Being Served? Watch that instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, poor old...
If you're the sort of person you are, sort of talent you are, right? If you'd have lived in the 70s, you'd have been in one of them shows.
Would I?
Yeah, I reckon.
What as?
Sort of
Pike.
annoying character.
You've been playing a cat called Mr. Annoying, sort of prig, sort of pretentious twerp who gets killed off in episode 1. Hold on, I was about to say something brilliant. Oh yeah,
Kenneth Williams, that's why you're a bit like him.
I'm a bit like him, well that's good, I like him. Now listen, why, in the Sun it goes, I'm R.I.P. for John Inman. John Inman dies. I'm R.I.P. That don't rhyme with free. I'm R.I.P.
It's disrespectful as well.
It is, he's only
R.I.P.
just
doesn't
died.
sound because it's RIP. It sounds
Yeah,
horrible.
rip. Yeah. Different if you're, you know, in a gangster thug life way.
Yeah.
R.I.P. all my thugs, tip a 40 to the curb.
But you can't go, I'm rest in peace.
Yeah, also, I'm resting in peace. Unless it's assuming that you've made it conjunctive, continuous form, I'm resting in peace. But there was no implication of that
There was
in the
none of that.
headline. You just said, I'm R.I.P. God bless
Could
you.
have just gone,
John
I'm
Inman.
free, and then done a picture of him with angel wings.
Yeah, because then he's free from the tyranny of the material world. Free from that life. And just living as an angel now. Yeah. Well, that would have worked better. All right, then. Now, my mate, Jamie Sivis, who's an actor, he was in this film called What's Wrong with Wilbur. He's a good actor, right, Jamie Sivis? Went to drama school with him. Right, he sent me his mate's album. It's this thing called Whiskey Hearts by Dean Owens. Now, Jamie Sivis, a very fine actor, so I trusted his opinion. I listened to this album. It's really good. Now, his album's coming out in May, Whiskey Hearts, Dean Owens, and he's on... Oh, no, he's on tour then. I don't know when his album comes out. He's on tour in May. And go and look at his website, www.deanowens.com. deanowens.com. Steve Wright's looming about. What do you want, Wright?
He can't hear you, we're in a studio.
Oh yeah, you don't matter how much you shout. Steve Wright is coming right round. He's coming right round like a record. Right,
Here he comes.
So remember that deanowens.com.
He's coming.
Steve Wright's coming in. Steve Wright, hello.
Hello. Can I just mention something to you?
Mention what you like.
You can't get a small bounty anymore.
Why?
I don't know, the small ones.
Well, but they were used to be 2 halves in 1 pack.
Well, you can't used to be able to get the halved ones.
What's the matter, Steve?
Well, I'm worried about it. Also, nothing rhymes with tattoo. I've got to go.
Steve, come back.
I can't.
Who was that masked man? I love you, Steve Wright. There goes Steve Wright. See, one of the perils of recording our show at Radio 2 and being on Radio 2 is occasionally Steve Wright will go, you can't get Bounty in fun size anymore, and it's had a terribly negative effect on my sex life.
You can get back. Oh no, I'm thinking of Heroes.
You're thinking of heroes, you always are, Matt. Who do you like best? Gandhi and Adam Ricketts out of Coronation Street. They're your favourites, aren't they?
No.
No. What is
Tattoo. Don't mind tattoo.
F-U?
Doesn't rhyme with it.
Well, alright, Catmandu,
Kazoo.
Kazoo, White Wee. I mean, what does he want from us, old Steve, right? Statue, Mr. G, resident
Doesn't
poet.
rhyme.
Yeah, but he
You
could
don't go, I've got a new tattoo.
I got a tattoo of a statue. But, I mean, you could do poetic licence. Try and get into the poem at the end, G, if you're our poet laureate. Otherwise, we'd get Mr. Nibs back.
I've got one. If
Yeah.
you went, someone went, oh, I'm quite fat, and I went, oh, I'm fat too.
I'm fat too. That's how
That's
G
not
would
a
do
word,
it. He would
though,
do
is
it
it?
conjunctively. He would put 2 things together. Watch for his poem at the end of the show, Mr. G there. So, Dean Owens, yeah.
Who knows? And if you're in a band or anything, do send Russell any tapes or CDs of any songs, because he listens to them all and he loves them, and he could be a big break. Send them to his house.
Sometimes I don't listen if it's not been sent by my friend, but I will if it's got a nice picture on it
I don't
of a
send things.
woman or something. Right, so let's
There
have a
you
listen
go.
to a track off Dean's album now. It's called Raining in Glasgow, this one. This is Dean Owens. Have a look at deanowens.com. That's Dean Owens, Raining in Glasgow, from his album Whiskey Arts. Have a look at deanowens.com. Right, what have we got to talk about, Matthew?
Some lady on the
A
phone.
lady on the phone, you say, right? Well, we'll have to help her out. And there's anything else that's been playing on your mind since last week? Dolphin sex, that's dealt with. Lovely Mike Ward, that's been dealt with. Joe Tidy,
Oh.
young politician. The Chinese haven't left Tibet yet.
No.
What?
Pigeon news.
Oh, pigeon news, because there was that student lad who had pigeons on his windowsills copulating while he was inside having it off with his mate Lank. Very odd.
Yes. It says here, I took Matt's advice.
Oh, not mine.
No, he's a very sensible man, and placed a picture of an eagle in my window. The pigeons have not returned.
Because they're scared of the eagle.
Yeah, I told you, honestly.
I told you. Oh, they're not Ray Mears or that other fella.
Yeah, pick a bird. And someone, yeah, so that's worked. And also someone says, we have, where is it? I can't remember. But anyway, it's the thing about you can buy plastic birds of prey.
You can buy plastic birds of prey?
Yeah, and you put them somewhere and other birds won't go there.
Other birds won't go there.
Yeah.
I'd like a plastic bird. I've seen a plastic bird of prey once, so that must be why they existed.
Have you? You've lived a remarkable life. Is this all in the book?
Yes, that'll be in my bookie book. I had to do a meeting for that my bookie book last night, right? And like everyone, the people, the publishers goes, you can't call your book my bookie book.
No, don't. I think that's stupid.
What? You're supposed to support me in my idiocy.
But it'll affect sales.
How?
Because if I'd think, oh, that's that bloke. Oh, that might be quite interesting. And then I'd think, hang on, I've got to sit on the train reading something called My Bookie Work. Probably a picture of you on a little trike.
Yeah, weeing like on like a watering can. No.
Weeing like a woman can.
Watering can.
Oh, right.
Like a woman can. Why shouldn't they? Come on, girls, let's get our bloomers down and do our worst. Hold on.
I think it might be a bad idea.
Why, Matt?
It's
What do you think I should
funny.
call it then?
Russell Brand, The Inside Track.
No, inside track doesn't make sense. My bookie book. Russell Brand, my bookie book.
Russell Brand, my story, and you biting a pen and looking nervous.
No, my bookie book. It's much better.
What did they say at the bigwig's office?
This big sales conference thing, it was a big dinner. The publisher's called Hodder and Stroughton.
Big dinner? What, huge potatoes?
It was enormous, it was. It was like one of those great big pies they make in Spanish villages. It was a tomato the size of a house.
Horace McQuarrie was there with a tape measure.
He was thoroughly impressed. No, it was like all the book buyers from like Waterstones and Tesco's and all people that buy books in huge numbers.
Tesco's?
They sell a lot of books.
Do they?
Yeah, so you have to impress them by showing off. Well, that's what I had to do. I had to get up and do some
Someone tell you to do
stand-up.
that?
No, I took it upon myself,
I
mate.
impressed them right out the room and into their taxis.
Off they went. They were so impressed. Someone went home crying out of pure impressedness. There was. I tell you who else was there. Him out of Top Gear. That's not Hammond or Clarkson. He was there because he's got a book out. Clarissa Dixon out of Fat Ladies. Two Fat Ladies.
You've arrived, haven't you?
Hey, they've all got books. And Susie Quattro.
Quattro. Quattro.
Susie Quattro.
Quattro?
All right, Susie.
Hello, Top Gear man who's not Hammond or Clarkson.
Hello, other fat lady. Have you got books too? My book's been done with a pen.
Let my book kiss your book.
Here, our books are kissing. Do you reckon they might make a Bible?
What?
I've done that thing, and everyone was very pleased with me.
Apart from the fact they don't want your book to be called what it's meant to be called.
They don't want it to be called that, the people at the publishers.
How do they get around that?
They keep going, Russell, reviewers won't review if it's called something like My Bookie Books. It seems like you're not taking it seriously. I goes, My Bookie Books a good name, and we have to have a meeting for it where I get angry about wanting something to be called My Bookie Book.
Did you get angry?
Not angry, arrogant.
Oh, yes. Of course.
That's a much more pleasant
Much more
trait.
persuasive form of anger.
Well, I know what people like. They like my bookie book. They liked my Telly Welly show and my radio show. Whoa.
No, I think Bookie, it's funny, and people will think I'm a killjoy for saying this, but it will affect sales.
We've got quite a lot of money now.
Because it'll look like, I don't know, it confuses people as to whether it's a serious book or not. It also, you have to really like you and buy into you. No one's going to go, oh, I'll pick that up and find out about this bloke, because it is an arrogance to be that jovial.
Right, it's an arrogance to be that jovial. That's an interesting, persuasive point of view you've raised there. Perhaps.
Also, shop at Tesco's.
Don't shop where you like.
No, don't shop at Tesco's. Well, do.
Do what you want. Don't eat no food. Sit at home, wait for China to get out of Tibet. Let's all go on hunger strike, see what happens. No, don't do that.
No, you should, I don't know, rethink it.
All right, I'll think about it
Come
again.
up with some other titles.
What,
Perhaps
like?
people could email them in.
Email some suggestive titles.
Not suggestive. You always make that mistake. Suggested.
Yeah, the pages of this are stuck together.
Open my bookie book in the middle.
Yeah, pull that
Theme
book
me
right
piddle.
open. Oh, yeah. Okay, so with someone on the line, her name is Laura. Laura, you there? Hello, you little sex machine, and I mean that literally. What are you up to?
What I'm up to right now?
Yeah, or just before you started this phone call.
I'm in my psychology department at university.
Oh, hello. Boffin.
What a square.
So what are you doing in the psychology department? Judging people's brains?
Yes.
You've got a dissertation?
Yeah.
What are you doing it about?
Antisocial behaviour.
F you! Hey, you can't leave your bike there. I don't know, that seemed antisocial. So what, just sum it up for us, because I don't like to read a lot of stuff, I just like to know the gist. What's the gist?
Sum it up.
Yeah.
Just that if you're a bit delinquent at school, then you're probably going to be quite popular.
Woohoo! I was.
What?
If you're a bit delinquent at school, you'll be popular.
Yeah, probably.
That's our message on BBC Radio
What,
2. Are you a school child? Why not be a bit delinquent? It'll probably make you popular. Why? Because non-conformity is attractive.
I think so. Well,
You think so?
Only in a school. Well, yeah, maybe.
Only in a school. What about in a radio station? What about down the front of your bra? I was only joking. You're recently married, aren't you, Laura?
No, I'm not married at all, no.
Do
Oh.
you try that? Is that a chat? I'm like, you're recently married, aren't you?
Oh, you're not? Give us your phone number then.
Any kids? No? Good. Right, go on.
That's it. Touch me there. Do it again. Laura, so are you getting married?
No, my sister's getting
Your
married.
sister's getting
How are you
married.
psychically sensed there's marriage in the air?
I just feel it, babe. I just go with the
Call
vibes.
me, babe.
Since I've had my dog jumper mask sent to me with love, right, I've got this dog jumper, right, that you can do what you like with this, Laura. You can know as much about psychology as you like.
Great.
I've got a dog jumper, I pull it down over my head, wear it as a mask, so it gives the general impression of a Mexican wrestler mask, or of the Scarecrow in Batman Begins, right, and makes me look like an idiot. Now, I'd like wearing that. What does that say about me?
You like people to think you're an idiot?
Yes, it does say that, Laura.
No, he's not.
I don't think that's true.
Laura, I like it that you're from this psychology department. You probably know all sorts of things about brains and the likes and behavioural antics and whatnot. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about why people show off so much?
Well, you should be the master of that, surely.
Yeah, but I'd like to know why I'm doing it. Why am I doing it?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You enjoying the affection you're getting from all your adoring fans.
Is the right answer! Well done, Laura. So what's this problem you've got to do with marriage?
Okay, well, my sister is getting married later this year,
Right.
and I've been given the task of organising her hen party.
Uh-oh, lots of pressure, Laura. If you make a mistake there, she will hate you.
Well, this is it, and like hen parties used to be just like a night out, and now they're like weekends away.
Weekends away. Suddenly, all your learning and academic background is useless. Whereas who'd you turn to? The school delinquents, me and Matt. Well, come on in, you little square. Let's see if we can help you out a little bit. So you want to have some sort of crazy hen night. Matt's good at things like this. Why don't you go to Transylvania, all dressed up as sort of vampiresses, and like, I don't know, kill someone, and then like have to hide
I
it.
don't want to do that.
No, don't. That's a terrible idea. Matt, have you got any suggestions for the hen night?
I would personally go to Iceland.
You're always going on about going to Iceland.
Well, you put
what's
me on the
there?
spot.
Why do you want to go to Iceland so much?
You can go in the Blue Lagoon.
There isn't a Blue Lagoon. That's
There
a
is.
film.
I've been in it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
But it's all surrounded by snow.
No.
Because of tectonic plates. How does that happen? It's geographically impossible. Don't go there, Laura. It's madness. What you want is something a bit sexy, don't
Prague.
Well, this is it.
you? You want something a bit
It's gotta be
sexy.
Something where like all my sister's rowdy mates can go, and my mum can go.
What's the... right, because it's a diverse
Yeah.
crowd of people.
Generations.
Oh, the generation. See, that's why X Factor's popular and other shows like it, because it's for generation TV. Mums, dads, babies, and I don't know who the other ones are.
Grannies.
Grannies, they can all watch it together.
You've done that before.
I'm
You couldn't
obsessed.
remember the fourth generation.
Who are the fourth generation? We still don't know. Who are that fourth
The
generation?
forgotten ones.
The forgotten ones. We'll never forget them. God bless you.
I know what you shouldn't do on a hen party.
What?
That thing where you
Pink
always say
cowgirl hats.
pink cowgirl hats, learner signs, condoms pinned to their jackets.
No.
Why don't you all
I think
put
we
love
wanna
eggs
get
in?
away from that, but we want to have
Wear love eggs. You know them vibrating love eggs? Pop them in.
well, all of us.
Yep. All of you wear some love eggs.
I don't want to think of my mum with one of them.
Well, I want you to. Think about her now with the love eggs. No, you don't think about her with them if you don't want her. But it's a good idea, though. Right, don't wear pink cowboy hats. Why don't you dress
It's not
up?
their party, is it?
What?
Where everyone's just, it's the party going on internally.
It's a party in my
people sitting in
vagina,
a room
and
nodding.
everyone's invited. I think it sounds like a nice do. Come on, let's think of something sexy for these girls to do.
Okay,
St Trinians, like all dressed up as sexy schoolgirls. Come around the Camden area, get yourselves all drunk and irresponsible, and like rueful, and so that some opportunists could turn up.
No, I reckon hire somewhere, like a swimming pool, at night,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's dangerous. Death trap.
and drain the swimming pool.
Fill it with feathers. Yeah, it got.
It is like a prescribed fun time, so I feel like...
Yeah, I hate prescribed fun time.
Hey, let's start having fun now.
Okay, it's 1:30. Let's do some of that fun stuff. Why don't you hire out a zoo and then, like, go up to the tiger's cage and go, yeah, come on in, son. They can't do anything. They're just locked in there. They can't do nothing.
Is that what you've done?
Yeah. Well, I didn't actually. I was nice to the tiger. I just did get locked in a zoo once, but I just didn't take advantage. I was pretty good.
Yes, he got locked in by climbing over the fence.
Oh, yeah. And I got arrested because of drugs. I'm always getting in trouble. It's got to stop.
You never talk about it.
Never make a scene, though. I soldier on. So, okay, right, yeah. So I think we've got
Bouncy
something.
Castle.
Bouncy Castle, they cause a lot of problems.
No, they don't, only if they're not tied down.
Oh, yeah. Tie it down. Tie that bouncy castle down, then bounce around, dressed up as St Trinian-style schoolgirls. Not your mum, though. She can be a school mistress. There's no men there, though.
No, well, there's not supposed to be, is there, on a hen party?
But that is a pretty outmoded
Oh,
convention.
you need a stripper.
We'll do it. Me and Matt will come on.
We are strippers.
We'll come on, strip ourselves naked.
Dance around.
What about this lad Paul Einan that I went to school with, prizing his own buttocks open, a bit of poo falling out, and then him saying, it's a leaf, it's a leaf. If it truly was a leaf, why was it inside his anus? Answer me that, Paul Einan. Answer me that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Matt's saying cut that out. That's a good bit of radio.
No, it's insane.
That's just something that happened once.
And why do you say what about as if it's something that happened in the national consciousness?
I don't know.
What about that thing I once did in my bedroom?
Listen, that was comedic. That's funny, that.
not.
You wait till you listen to that back, it'll make you laugh. Right, okay then, well, so St Trinian's Castle, bouncing around, male stripper. Because I suppose because I was thinking about the strippers. Well, I'll tell you why I thought that. Because I was thinking me and you would go as male strippers and we'd hide a load of Maltesers or other choc drops, some choc drops in our pants, and then we'd prise ourselves open and go, yeah, look what we've done, but really it'll be delicious sweets. That's why, Matt. See, so I'm not
You're
mad.
making this all unusable.
I'm not. This is brilliant
I'm gonna swear all
radio.
over this so we can't use it.
No, it's good radio. It's good radio. People like it. That thing about Paul Einan was just a lad that went to a school once. That's just
But he's
justified him.
still got that name. He's still out there dropping leaves.
Not this time of year. It's spring. It'll be bulbs now.
Little toilet
In the
man.
autumn, that's when you got to be careful of Paul Einan. Leaves fall to the dirty ground. Dead leaves out of dirty ground. Let's play that White Stripes song to celebrate if we got it here.
No,
Find that, Mikey. Come on. It's not bad. It's all right.
It's rude.
It's not rude, it's funny. And it's nice to be a bit rude sometimes. It's about 10:30 at night now, mate. No one cares. We're all young. Woo! The Chinese are leaving Tibet. Get with the
You're a
programme.
laboured little dancer. Young. Woo!
Yeah,
my knee's gone up higher than it normally does.
That's a party if ever I've been at one.
Do that on your hen night.
Okay, boy, or better sit down. Yeah, okay then. So you're having a St Trinian's party, you're hiring a bouncy castle.
We haven't helped this lady at all.
No,
And she
let's
hasn't said
think.
help.
Say help!
Help!
Right, now, you want to remind your sister of all the good times and all the love you feel for her about how happy she's going to be with her new man. Do some sort of slideshow thing that brings the past to life and record a sort of comical voiceover. Oh, I was just inadvertently pulling a smoke alarm apart above my head. And like, record a sort of comedy sort of voiceover thing going, what's her name, your sister?
Haley.
Haley, make a sort of song about Haley. We're losing Haley to a new man, but she's gonna be happy. We've got this nice soiled nappy from 1972 when she done the poo like the strippers will in a minute. They're Maltesers though. Look at Paul Einan. Whee! That's the first verse.
Right.
All nice.
Great. Yeah.
Haley. So do something like that. Make a nice musical themed St Trinian's bouncy castle thing. Has that helped you?
It has helped.
Keep us informed. Do something novel and self-contained. Don't go romping around the streets. Find a place and stay there.
It's really stressful. It's difficult to find something.
Go to Ireland. People there are generous and lovely.
You're doing a gig that night.
What night is it?
What, the hen party?
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Well, when you know, come to one of my gigs. They're ever so good. I'll do jokes and everything. Tell stories. Unrestrained.
You were very entertaining.
What, you saw me in Sheffield?
Yeah.
I liked it that night. That was
You
fun.
were just walking down the road, actually. But very entertaining.
I was trying to find Billy Elliot. Billy, can I have a cuddle? Billy, can I have a cuddle? Are you Billy Elliot? Are you Billy Elliot? Are you Billy? Oh. I got beaten up in the end. It was very embarrassing. Right, so we've helped you all we can. Bye!
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thanks for the call, Laura. Matthew, I don't know why you've got a problem with some of those brilliant things I've done.
It's just ridiculous.
So what? People can judge for themselves when they send us an email about those weird things.
And we get in trouble and get... Our job's gone.
Oh no, job's gone again. Oh no. Okay, let's listen to a record and talk about life and stuff. What are we going to listen to, Matt?
Guns N' Roses.
Welcome to the jungle.
Hello.
Welcome to my world. It's hard because it's hard to do it quick enough.
Knees.
Horrible
Still eating your dinner. Which is delicious, by the way.
It's lovely, isn't it? These people make it. Little Earth Cafe. Find out about them.
People make it, do they? My dinner's all prepared by robots.
I like the elves' dinner. That's delicious too. Hold on a second. I'm thinking about something important. Oh yeah, didn't Axl Rose go a bit mad and like make all odd demands? Someone told me that to promote his gigs once that he made taxis drive all the way to the gig and back before he got in the car, just so he knew how long it took.
Probably, yeah.
And he had got helicopters somewhere, even though it would have been quicker to get a car.
Probably, yeah. It's, I think...
He's got long hair, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. I think you'll be there in about 3 weeks.
You think that's where I'm heading?
Yeah. Axl Rose did do some crazy things in his time. He had some weird demands.
Yeah, someone sent me some nice pants. Who is it? It says, look, they've made some nice pants. Wire fronts like I always wear, but sort of with the silhouettes of beautiful naked women, lipstick on them, little buttons, and on the back in sequins, Shagger of the Year, one of my proudest achievements. Yeah.
Those lovely little knickers.
Let's give them away as a prize to the person that can build us a tall tower made of pasta. Something I don't know, something like
someone
that.
who names your book.
All right, yeah, you can have them pants if you name our book. Come up with some
Not
nice
our book.
suggestions.
Stop trying to make us the same thing.
Why?
I'm not in that book. Well, I probably am, actually.
You are, because what about that other book? You're in it loads.
Yeah.
Don't buy that other book, because, I don't like it. So, alright, come on, let's be more professional. Now then, are we going to try and get Noel Gallagher to come on the phone? I can't get in touch with him. Let's play another record, and after this, we'll find Noel Gallagher. Look at Matt's face then. So, yeah, do Batman, do it by the Jam, that's brilliant.
Okay.
Matt just went, no!
Yeah, I'm scanning down. You don't know what goes on over this
Over
side.
by the button desk, is it
Yeah,
complicated?
the buttons. What have you
Steve
got
Wright
over
does his
there?
own one. Look at him over there and still being all funny. You can see Steve Wright in my peripheral vision in another studio. He's doing his own buttons.
Yeah, well, don't why are you
worrying
using
about
that against
bounties.
me. You can't even do your own buttons. You can barely pick up an email and read it.
What? Right.
You go,
well,
you
I'm
go all
about
the way
to
off
put...
your mic and go, okay, well,
let's put that to bed right now, shall we? Right, I've got an email here from somebody. Here it is. Oh, I've read that one. Hold on, don't take that as evidence. I can't do it though.
Don't touch your mic.
Yeah.
It makes a noise on,
Right.
on the radio.
You don't even know what medium we're on. You nearly had the high ground there, but then you forgot the last minute that this isn't television. Dear Russell, please find enclosed a token of our infection. It says affection, actually, but it might as well be.
Bandage with blood on it.
What a lovely gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving once the MRSA kicks in. To ease the pain of having leopard print thongs discourteously thrust upon you whilst visiting the city of Steel. Yeah, they threw knickers at me when I was
Where?
Sheffield.
Really?
Yeah, they did. Mind you, I had just ejaculated onto them. I was in a Jean Provocateur.
Get out! Shame on you!
How dare you? This is our shop. This is our business. That's our livelihood. No,
Is that
on
good? You've
stage.
started having a Tom Jones effect.
I know. Is that good
That's
or
because
not?
of your hairy chest.
Oh yeah, I've got this hairy chest. That's probably helped. Anyway, we've made you these spangly pants. Would you like to wear them? Well, no, we're going to give them away as a competition prize. So thank you very much for making them.
So these are the pants you just picked up.
Yeah, and then they've got documents
Why can't you
showing the
talk properly after
manufacturer.
you've eaten? You go.
Because I'm digesting my tin tonight. That's why. Because I'm
Yeah,
trying.
but most people can eat a dinner and then talk.
Yeah, some people go out for dinner, don't they?
Yes, and some people have it at home in front of the telly. Well done. You've learnt a lot on your journey through life.
Yes, I have, and that's why in Hollywood I'll be able to play all sorts of different people, from the Pied Piper of Hamelin to perhaps a man that didn't have a pipe but still led rats through the streets of Hamelin. Anyway, regardless, perhaps he used a xylophone, I don't know. Cat incest. This is from Dan Lewis. He says, could you please tell me why my two kittens, Joey and Marble, they are brother and sister, they're having love-making sessions, and quite long ones, and it's led to 7 kittens. We kept one of these kittens called Blackie, as we didn't think that incest was possible in the cat world. He didn't have his ghoulies sliced off like your cat. Then he proceeded to hump away his mum. That's terrible. And produced, it made me cough up dinner, and produced more kittens. Now here's a question. What relation is this kitten to these new kittens? He's both their brother and their dad.
Do you think it's a lie, then, that incest breeds,
Deformity?
yeah, because
Yeah,
if
it
animals
is.
can do it. Is it a lie?
Yeah, I think it happens, but it's a really low incidence, and it's just a social thing. But it's the social taboo, actually. It's not.
No, I think there
it's
must
not
be something,
medical and
because-
biological. Let's learn about it. But I read something about this book by Freud called Totemism and Taboo, and it said that the incest mythology has been set up as a form of social control, and things like saying that it's a high incidence of birth defects aren't true.
But I think you need to broaden your
Gene pool.
Gene pool. So you shouldn't really just be.
Listen, Matthew, if this is your way of working out whether it's right or wrong to start touching up your cousins, I'd like to say now that we disapprove.
You'd like to say that, but you can't because
I'm too ill.
Your body can only do one thing at once: radio or processed dinner.
Dinner, radio, dinner, radio, dinner, radio. Let's listen to the Jam, for God's sake, doing Batman. And this shows that things can enmesh beautifully. It's Batman and the Jam, two of the best things there are, all together. Nice. The Jam! Batman! All they said was Batman.
Batman.
Batman. Do you like Batman?
No.
Why?
What about that film? Hello, Batman.
Alright, Batman. You don't like Michael Caine in it, do you?
Well, I like it, but it's stupid. Batman talks like that. And Michael Caine goes, hello, Batman. You was in late last night. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I was out solving some crimes. It was pretty tough out there, I guess.
Well, you got a little rip in your costume, mate. I've darned it up, though.
Don't darn my costume in that way. It is my bat suit.
Right, Batman.
Yeah.
You knocked over a milk bowl on your way in.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood over the porch. Yeah, like the butler is too domestic and Batman is too glamorous, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
a jarring disparity between the two, yeah.
Yeah.
But Batman should be a bit more, alright, mate. If they're going to have Michael Caine be the butler, he didn't call him Batman, though. He didn't go, oh, yeah, alright, Batman, you've got a bruise on your arm. What have you been doing? It's funny, that is. Alright, so let's have G do a poem, then we'll wrap up this bonkers radio show. Mr. G, poet laureate of the show. Woo, yeah, alright, Atmos, Christ.
Okay, this is called Wishing on a Star. If you were granted 3 wishes, then what would you wish for? Let's say your clover has 4 leaves and your magic lamp weaves bliss galore. What more could be in store? Would you end this ceaseless East Coast, West Coast squirrel war? Joe Tidy should provide a sea of ice cream van followers to hollow us when we call. And we'll deck the halls with schmuck mocking, cock boxing, kickboxing, Prescott watching, hot jogging, wimpy mascot knocking, sending best wishes to Mr. Trevor Locken. Matt wishes Doogie Howser was never an MD. And Russell wishes he could pounce on any newsreader that reads. As Steve Wright endlessly wishes for a fun-sized bounty, watch this magic genie come at you and counteract you with rhymes that freeze you like a statue that's cracked through, hit you with the bird dog and cat flew at you. I got you. Damn, I wish I found the time to rhyme this thing with tattoo.
Whoa, there he goes, who's all on the mic.
That's a new high.
What a show-off that is, a new high. Look at Matt nicking my dinner. You all right, Git?
Is this wheat-free bread?
Of course it is, yeah.
Lovely.
scoffing my dinner. Right, the radio show is nearly finished now. We didn't ring Noel Gallagher because he didn't answer his phone. I hope he's well, though. I wanted to know about them rumours about whether his bird's pregnant or whatever. Oh, well, we'll never get to the bottom of that. Listen, next week, because our special guest will be, that's right, Nelson Mandela. He's coming onto the show. But you better organise that now, because I've said it. I've said it now. Also, we're going to get the bloody Chinese out of Tibet. We've got lots of campaigns to do. Well done for all your work with Mike Ward. Well done, Mike Ward, yourself. Is there anyone else that... yeah, perhaps send...
Oh, God.
Well, I ain't been well, have I?
It's the orchestra in your gutty wutts.
See, that's why I want to call it my bookie wook, because of things like gutty wutts and eggy wigs and anti-Burgess, Clockwork Orange stuff, yeah. Sounds funny. So, yeah, right, join us next week for lots of campaigns and that. Let's think who else to campaign. Here, Andrew Simmons doing the news. What do we want her to say? Bookie wook. Say bookie wook in the news, Simmons. Because we are going to get under that desk and we're going to unleash hell on your thighs, woman. 88 to 91 FM, this is Radio 2 from the BBC.